Now let's take a look at mini combos. Simple follow-ups that aren't quite full combos, but I feel like these are more part of your basic move list than they are combos. They're all just like extensions, right? If I get this, I just have a guaranteed extension on hit. It's kind of the way I think about it. You can do different stuff, but it just seems like it's a built-in thing, part of your basic moves. While standing one is no good without the follow-up, right? That's the whole point. So these are kind of intrinsic to your moves, and they're pretty good. There's lots of cool stuff in here. First up is this while standing one. You see that flip down on their back, feet up state. You also get this with a counter hit from down 1, 2, and counter hit sidestep 2. All reduce that same bounce state. So there's a litany of things that you could do. First up, forward, forward 2 is pretty easy. Minimal damage. Forward 1 plus 2 is easier because it's much faster and you get the exact same damage. It doesn't heat engage because they're on the ground. Their feet are not on the ground, so you can't do the heat engager there, but still, it's decent damage. You can do down 3. That does a little bit more. But my favorite is quarter circle 2. I'm just used to the timing. Listen to it. Bop, bop. Nice and easy. I learned how to do that. I think it's the best one. Again, also not a heat engager, but in other situations it does heat engage. That's why I like it a lot. It's not the most damage, because if you're already in heat, down 3, 2 is the most damage. That big pump at the end does a grip. So that's the most, but you got to be in heat for that. If you're not in heat, down 3 is still fine. Quarter circle 2 is better. So that applies to all 3 of those bound states. When you get this, quarter circle 2 is your best bet in my opinion, unless you have heat. Counter hit on the sidestep 2, however, has a different option. Since you can confirm this into the Raijin stance pretty easily, got him. Raijin 1 does the most. Raijin 1 does a grip again without heat mode. You can go into this stance and then just do Raijin 1 and get a huge chunk that way too. That's also pretty neat. Counter hit back 1 for the second hit alone. Forward 2 is pretty much all you get because of the range. Pretty far away, but you do get that. Nothing else is really going to reach. You don't have time to dash up and do a down 3 or anything. And that's more or less the same you get from the Warrior's Instinct version of this. You saw how you get that knockdown. Forward 2 is about it because of the distance. You could try other stuff, but that's fine, right? You don't need much more than that. That's already going to be like 58 by doing that in Warrior's Instinct. It's cool. Next up are hit stun combos. These are things like forward 1 plus 2. You see in blue where it says plus 14, that's a real 14 frames. She can get hit by anything 14 or faster. You also get this off the counter hit of while standing 2. This isn't a launcher anymore, but it does give you some good damage out of it. So first up, forward 1 plus 2 is a heat engager here. This is actually kind of hard to do though, because you have to like let it stop and then do forward. Otherwise, you keep going too fast, you just get this, right? And you got to get it within the frame limit. You have like 1 frame to waste here. Pretty hard to do, but it's there. Anyway, moving on, you can do down forward 2, 1. That's a little bit better damage even. And if you're in Warrior Instinct, remember that's a launcher. That's a 13 frame launcher when you're in Ultimate Heihachi mode. So that connecting gets you a launcher guaranteed. Super cool. Down forward 4-2 is another 13 frame string, just does more damage. And we talked about down forward 1-2 with the perfect charge, like that. That does the exact same amount of damage as down forward 2. This regenerates your health too.